humanity survived. Our ancestors have destroyed the world, and we had to pay the price. With over 100 years without sunlight. But we have prepared ourselves for our chance to make things right. They stole from us a life of happiness. Still, we will make the best of it. Even though Mother Earth is grim and tainted, we have managed to survive. And we will keep surviving.
Hello everyone, I'm Crumbs and welcome to Endzone, A World Apart. This is a strategy survival city builder game developed by German Gentlymad Studios, and it's quite similar to the Surviving the Aftermath game, which we've done several of Let's Plays of before. So the setup is this. Back in 2021, a group of terrorists blew up nuclear power plants around the world and plunged the world into chaos. Only few were able to escape into underground facilities called Endzones. 150 years later, mankind returns to the surface under your command in an extremely hostile environment full of radioactivity, contaminated rain, and extreme climate change. You have to prove you're worthy as a leader. Well, first of all, I totally missed this game. It's been in early access since April, and I think Surviving the Aftermath, which we have been playing a lot, was in early access the year before, like in late 2019, and I've played Surviving the Aftermath since January, so this comes a few months after all it started, and they have done a lot of upgrades every month. And now the latest was in December, and well, since I haven't played it before, I have no idea what this is. So we will just jump in and check it out. We will start, I've done the tutorial, so we're gonna skip that, but I'm gonna start a new game. We're gonna go into survival mode. We're gonna play on normal. Let's use a map scene that we used before. We want large map size, we want number of mountains. Let's go medium with everything. Free area around starting point, medium. Unlock all seeds is off, so you can build crop fields, but you need seeds to do that. So I think you start with 2 seeds, and then you can probably find more seeds or trade or something like that. I don't know, so we'll have to see. The weather, we will have random. Rainwater contamination is on. Maximum rain contamination is high. I saw a short YouTube video of this, and they recommend that you set this to medium since this is the first time we play, so I will do that. And then random drought director on. Sandstorms random. Sandstorm destruction low. That's just default settings. And our settlement will of course be Hadley's Hope from probably the best movie ever made. Number of settlers, medium. Yeah, let's go, just go as it is. Nothing researched, and let's start the game. This looks like a good place to settle. You know what we learned? In the Endzone, basic needs comes first and foremost. We have to build up a water and food supply, and then let's build ourselves a new home. Yeah, so first, I just paused, and we need to start with water. So let's have a look around. We got some forest there, we got a lake, we got plenty of scraps here. Oh, look at this. Yeah, we got plenty of scrap. I will go through it a little bit. I think some of you might have seen this game before since it's been out, but let's try it out, and we will start by first we need to assign a couple of builders, and this menu is sort of like in Banished where you can assign people. So I think we start with 2 builders. We will build a jetty to collect water, and yeah, why not? Let's place it here. We also want a cistern so we can store the water. Like I guess let's place it there so people will run and just drop it off here, so they don't need to run all that far. We also need food, so we will have a fishing hut, and I guess we can place it here. And here is our starting point. We have a bus wreck. This one we can upgrade later on, which we will do. We have some scrap metal here, and these piles can only be collected by a scrapyard. There are other scrap lying around that you can collect by using this, gather scrap. So we can start by sending all our people that doesn't have isn't assigned to a building. So unassigned workforce is 8 at the moment, so they will start collecting that. We can also start collecting wood, which is, well, really needed. So let's just set it, and we will cut down, I think we'll cut down all of the trees here. This area is pretty good, so I think we will have a gatherer and a hunter working there. And since we have so much scrap here, I think we will open up a scrapyard here. And then we'll add a couple of recyclers, because out of all the scrap you can get cloth, plastic and metal. And then you can even get electronics out of it, but you need to research that. So we will come to that later on. But right now we set up this. We also, well, water and food is really important, especially in the beginning. So I will also set up gatherer's cabin. And yeah, why not? I will place it next to the bus here, because I think I will move the area and let them collect in this. But first I want to pause this. So first of all, we need to get the water going. So let's unpause and speed it up a little bit, and we can see that the people are running away. Some is cutting down that, and some are bringing resources to this area to build the cistern and the jetty. What's that? Is that some? Yeah, some rabbits. And we can go through it. We have water up here. We have food. We have wood. We have scrap metal. We have some tools. We got some radiation protection, and we have 15 masks. So we definitely get that going. We have no medicine at all. We have no cloth. We have no metal. We have no plastic. We have no electronics, or no coal. So coal is needed to, I think, to build filters when you build gas masks. So I need to get a charcoal burner up and running. Yeah, they work pretty quickly now since there are so many. So you need to take care of that and move it along. So let's see how much. Come on, where are you? Really? That is really tricky to get. Okay. So you can see nearby resources is 0, so they have collected everything. And you can see that there is plenty down there, but it's quite far away. So let's start with this. Okay. We now have water, but we need workers there. So I will set up 3 workers there. We also want 2 gatherers and we want 2 fishermen. So let's unpause this one. And let's unpause the gatherer. We can then upgrade this one to a water tower. And then we can activate filtering that removes radiation. We also have these sort of filters we can add. So here is water, or is good soil at the moment. No, that is radiation. Sorry. Here is the water. You can see there is a drought a little bit here, so it's kind of low on water in this area. Here is attractiveness, because when you build scrappers and industrial buildings, people don't want to live close by because they make a lot of noise and stuff. And then we have electricity, and I think most buildings works without electricity, but if you add electricity they will be much more efficient. So here is the wood cutter gatherer, so let's move that. You can see if there is any scrap left. No, 0 scrap. So there is some, there is also some, but it's quite far away. I'm not sure if you wanna, yeah, okay, this, I don't think this is all that far away. So people need somewhere to live, so let's add a road. So under logistics we have dirt road, and I will just, yeah, why not, let's add it like this. And then we have the road here, and we will do like that. So let's add a couple of houses, and I think we're gonna go for a few houses next to, well, between here, because they will be working there. So let's add one space in between, and should we start with 4? Let's do 5 houses. Everyone needs somewhere to live. We can also build a shelter, so in case the population grows rapidly, they have somewhere to live. So we'll probably build that. We will wait a little bit, but we'll definitely build it later on. And the gatherer will change the area for them to collect food there. And we also need to keep a look at that. I think we don't want it lower than what we have now, so around 500 is the lowest we want. So what else do we need to build? I think it's the scrapper. Let's have a look. We have the cistern. We can build a rainwater collector, but we need a filter for that. Well, we can also have the cultivated fields. We will probably add a hunting lodge in this area, and maybe a forest lodge as well that will cut down and plant trees. But I think it's the scrapyard and the recycler. Is there any? Gather all the resources, gather plants. Yeah, no, let's do the resources here. So let's build a scrapyard. And since we have all this lovely thing here, I'm gonna place it maybe a little bit away from that. So let's do that. We'll add a road. We'll also add 2 collectors, scrap collectors. So let's add a dirt road. Oh, okay, let's do it like this. There we go. And let's... yeah, okay, we can cut down these trees before we do anything. So these scrap piles can't be collected by this one, the gather scrap. So that needs to be collected by the scrapyard. So we can start with these small piles. So we just clear the area where we probably will be building a lot of stuff, and then we will set it to clear all this area. And we can take a look at the world map here. There are plenty of resources. There should be a power plant somewhere that usually has a lot of stuff. Yeah, there are some. Okay, here it is. So it's 500 in each tower. There's a church. Yeah, there is a lot of stuff. So where are we? We are here. So at the moment we have 4 people who is unassigned workforce, and then we have 11 people that is working with fishing industry, collecting water in the scrapyard. So let's move this work a little bit. So let's collect these things that are inside of our colony. And there is a drought, oncoming drought. So stockpile water, and soil is going to be infertile, so we need to harvest crops if we would have had any. So gather wood. Yeah, let's cut these down, and then I think we're gonna clear this. Maybe trim this off a little bit. And probably go up around the lake here, because I think, yeah, I'm not sure if it's a good idea to add another fishing hut in this lake. Otherwise we have to move over here, or down here, or someplace else. So of all the scrap, we need to take care of that. So we need a recycler. Well, we actually need several recyclers, because you can set them to do different things. So let's add 3 in a row here, because we want cloth, metal, and plastic. So they will do refine 1 resource each, and I'll add 3 people there. And now we have 1 carrier left, or unassigned worker. And I guess we have plenty of store water, and now you can see the water disappeared, which means I don't think there is anything to collect in the wood. So the only food we can rely on at the moment is the one we have saved up. But hopefully this won't last all that long. But after drought, that will take some time before the gatherers start working again. So we might, well, if we have any worker for it, we might add a crop field when the water is back. I'm thinking, can we see how many people that lives in a, like, how many Oh, actually, okay, so there is still room. But I'm thinking, let's add 2 houses while we're on it. Because we don't want anyone to be homeless. So what are we waiting for? We're waiting for scrap. This one is working really fast. Yeah, that is cleared. So we have some. Yeah, let's collect this. There's over 200 scrap there. Then down here we have, yeah, over 1,000. Probably around 2,000. And then you can see we have 10 tools, so we also need to get a tool shop up and running. So you are using cloth, you going for metal, and this last one. Oh, maybe I think I want to build them. Let's set you for plastic. Then we'll set you to metal, and then we can build the tool shop next to it. Is it? Yeah, the workshop. So let's add it here. I will pause it. You can see the water is back, and I think we're down to, well, we're down to almost 300 food, but you can see that this, yeah, it's actually, I thought that it took longer before it went back. So this is some sort of small missions you get from time to time when you often are low on something. So we don't have enough protective clothing. Many of our settlers are forced to move across this wasteland unprotected. We should boost our production of protective clothing. If you do this task, you kind of have a time to do it. You need to do it rather quickly. Otherwise, if you don't have managed to do it when the time runs up, it's the people will get, the happiness will go down. But clothing is something that we need, but we only have 1 worker for it. So maybe we should, since we have 10 tools, maybe we'll wait with that and go for the clothing instead. So let's do it. We need to build a tailor shop. And it's here, and since we have clothing from there, whoops, do that, and I will add it there. But I think it says, yeah, activated carbon mask produced. We need to produce 2 of these, and they use coal. So I will add, yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that, but a charcoal maker. And yeah, well, it's kind of noisy. I think it's probably gonna be smelly and a lot of pollution around there. So yeah, they are working. We are waiting for. We did cloth somewhere, right? Plastic, cloth, yeah. So we are using cloth, and we should have cloth here. It says in stock 16. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's for, yeah, we need cloth to build these buildings. That's what it is. But I think it's, this is a good place to make a cut in the video. So thank you very much for watching, and please come back for the next episode. See you next time. Bye bye.